Hi everyone. I'm at home today. This is my sister Ella. She's 4. But usually I'm at work when I record my videos because I work on Tuesdays usually. But I have the day off. So I'm outside with Ella, and I was thinking, what should I vlog about? And I thought I'm gonna vlog about kids. I don't think any of us have talked about that yet, but if so, it's cool. But I'm gonna, go on about it myself. So I guess this is more for couples who don't have kids yet and who, are dating, just married, engaged, or married, just without kids. I personally think that if you're with someone who is enlisted or is going to be deploying and you don't have kids yet, my plan, what I think would work for a lot of people, is to go through at least one deployment without kids. Because, for example, Jordan has never deployed, so I don't know how I'm going to deal with him being gone. I don't know how, overall, how am I going to react? How am I going to get when I'm sad? How am I going to deal with my emotions and the distance? So I think it would be very difficult to go through, the first deployment with a child. And I'm not saying, I wouldn't love my child, and I'm going to love my kids more than anything, but I don't want to, kids feel our energy and our vibes, when we're feeling upset and when something's going wrong. I don't want my kids, feel that energy from me and to feel like something is wrong, because that would be unfair to them. And I think it would be good for me to be able to go through at least one deployment without children or a child, so I can not only learn how I deal with things, but I can get a sense of how things work when Jordan's deployed, so I'll know how I will be able to incorporate my kids with that into, obviously at first they won't understand, but I'll be able to learn how to get them to understand and how to, be okay with what's going on. I know there are a lot of couples who have children during their first deployment, and the women do a great job and they make it through, and everything goes really well, and I think that's really admirable. But for me, I feel like I might not do so well. I know I'd be a good mom, but I think it would be hard on me emotionally to have children and to know that Jordan is so far away. So that's something that we're going to do, and I've looked into it, how people, I guess I shouldn't look into it, but I've talked to people who have kids and have gone through deployments, and I think it's, a good idea if you don't have kids to maybe wait, or even if you're pregnant while you're deployed. I think that would be okay. I know that I've been pregnant, and emotionally you do become very emotional and things can become rough for you at times. So pregnant and deployed, I think you got some guts. You're strong if you're doing that. I think I wouldn't mind being pregnant while Jordan's deployed. But that's about it. I figured I would, I guess I just wanted to talk about my idea of kids while deployed or before or after. Of course, it's always best to make sure you're financially stable and ready, able to support, the two of you as a family, along with the baby that you're bringing into the world as your child. It's something also that you both need to talk about and to figure out what you want to do and figure out how you want to do things, because a big, or I shouldn't say problem, but something that a lot of people face is, how many kids do you want to have? Jordan wants to have 50. He's just like, yeah, I just want to have kids and more kids and blah blah blah, and I'm like, well, I was thinking maybe 3 at the most. So I love the idea of having kids, and I know I will love having kids, but I think it's healthy to, also live your life and to have just be able to live and do things that you want to do. And I'm not saying, being a mother to 10 children is a bad thing, but you will miss out on certain things in life. And I want to be able to travel and, see different things in the world, and that would be hard with, a stroller and a baby Bjorn and a backpack and all that all over me. But besides that, kids are a great thing. I do not have kids, but I have a 4-year-old sister, she just turned 4, and a 4-month-old brother. That's what happens when your mom remarries. And I know just from being around Ella, I'm really excited to have kids, and I hope that you're all excited to have kids, because if you're married, most likely at some point, if you're able to get pregnant, and if you, do the deed, you will indeed get impregnated, and you'll become a mother, and everything will change, and it will be an awesome experience, and someday you're going to look back and be like, that's right, I raised that awesome kid right there, blah, 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 So I guess that's about it. This video is really short compared to my other ones. I think lately, a lot of my posts have been more like opinionated rather than answering full questions or talking about things, because it's kind of hard sometimes to think of things when we don't get messages from people very often asking us to vlog about certain things. But I think it's good to, we can kind of post our thoughts, because we just share our thoughts and feelings about certain things. We can help someone else out if we give them new ideas. So I guess all in all, if you want to have kids, think about how it will be when your significant other is deployed. And as I said, Jordan and I have talked about it, and I'm going to wait until I go through at least one deployment by myself so I can learn how I deal with things and how I will be able to help my kids and to make everything smooth process for everyone. And don't forget, we're always here for everyone, for anything, and go ahead and send us a message anytime, or to our personal vlogs. That's about it. Sorry I look so rancid. I'm in a blue shirt and red sweats. Quite the combo, but it's my lazy day, and I'm going to rock the laziness all day. Alright, well, you guys take care and have a great day. Bye. Say bye. On a wave. No? Okay, I'll see you guys.